So what happens when you have invoiced up until the ending date of your subscription? So in this case, it's the end of December 2022, and it's a 1-year invoice frequency, and it hasn't been invoiced yet. It has next invoicing on the 1st of January. So I'll run the invoice here. I'll just say include January, posted in January, and like so. I'll say for the subscription, I can add a header text to go on top of the invoice line if I want to, but I don't have to. And the system has generated a filter for me, so it's only this subscription order that I'm invoicing. I'll say OK, and the system has generated an invoice here. And you can see in the text that it's for the full year. Of course, we knew that because we had set that up on the dates, but it's always nice to make sure that the system acts as we expect. I want to close this one and go back to my subscription order. And as you can see now, the system has blanked out the next invoicing date. So because we have invoiced the full period up until the end date, the system will automatically remove the next invoice date. And you can see that the next action date here has been grayed out as well, and there's no next action date. So if I do nothing, this subscription will not be invoiced again. It will just stay there as a history. And of course, we can post that invoice, send it to the customer. If then, as part of year's end, I need to create another subscription for the same customer, of course, I can just create the line again. I'll use F8 to copy what's above. And then I'll just say 1st of January 23 and copy again above. And I might want a deferral code next time. Of course, I could have set a longer end date, but it also depends on how your agreement is with your customer. And because if the end date had been longer in the first line, of course the system would just have jumped 1 year for next invoicing date. But since we hit the end date, it blanked out the next invoicing date. And maybe you need to confirm with the customer that they want to buy another subscription for the whole of next year before you invoice them again. I got a message because it was next year, so I'll do it like this. And as you can see, when I put in next invoicing date, the system also generates a new action date, and you can filter on that from the general subscription list. The status code here comes from a normal sales blanket order, and we're not able to edit that. We might build it later, but for now at least, you're not able to use that status field.